Welcome to Weight Loss Walking, and today we're going to be talking about how much walking do you need to do to lose weight, lose the belly, lose back fat, just like, if you can see there, just like Pete here, who lost 15.5 pounds in 28 days. He didn't go to the gym. He didn't do any crazy diets or anything. Lost his belly, got fitter, all through basically just walking. And today I'm going to break that down. My name is Paul Phoenix. I'm a certified personal trainer from Manchester in the UK, and I have already helped hundreds of people to lose weight via walking, just getting active. So let's break it down. So how much walking do you need to do to lose weight? Now, ultimately, walking is a low intensity exercise. It's low impact. So this means that people who have got health conditions, or you don't want to go to the gym, you might have tried in the past and basically it's something you just can't stick to, and you don't like doing intense exercise, but you're feeling like you want to lose weight and you're walking your brains out, and you're walking and you're walking and you're walking, but for some reason you just are not losing weight. Okay, so this is for you, this video. Now ultimately, walking alone will not lose you weight. Okay, ultimately it's always going to come down to your diet. Okay, so if you want to lose weight and you're walking, it is really the diet side which you need to sort out. It's like 90 to 95% of your results. So if that is not in check, you will not lose weight. Now the thing is with walking, it's good, it burns calories, but you need to, generally, it takes more time because it's a lower intensity, low impact. Generally, if you're aiming for 10,000 steps, it can take a bit of time, which can be good if you're doing your walks, doing your garden, stuff like that. But ultimately, you can't walk off. You probably heard the saying, you can't walk off or work out or off a bad diet. Okay. Now, what does this mean? So ultimately, if you're eating way too much or your diet's not right, you're never going to lose the weight, because ultimately weight loss and fat loss comes down to something called a calorie deficit, and you need to be in a calorie deficit. Okay. Now, people also find that if you walk too much, you can obviously you can walk too little, not get the health benefits, and you're eating too much, you're not burning enough calories. Obviously that's self-explanatory. You're not moving enough, so you're not losing fat or weight. Okay. You can actually walk too much, and this forces your body to eat a lot more calories. And I'm going to give you an example right now. Okay. I myself aim for roughly about 15,000 steps a day in total. This isn't just through walking. I also count my day. I also count the time I'm in the house doing cleaning and stuff. And I also factor in my actual brisk walks where your heart rate gets up properly, and that's more like, you could say, exercise because you're walking. But also the steps from just day-to-day activity also count, like in your garden, walking your dog. Okay. Now what I found sometimes is you may think that walking more is beneficial to your weight loss. However, I found sometimes, let's just say I walk 15 to 20,000 steps in a day, okay? And this is within a normal range. I've not overdone it. I've not done them all at once, or I generally spread it out through the day. I'll do a walk in the morning, walk in the evening and stuff like that. My appetite it stays quite neutral and low. I'm not starving. I don't need to get loads of food in. Now with weight loss, as you know, your calories is the main thing, okay? What you consume, the amount of food you eat, that ultimately is what's going to dictate how much weight you put on and lose, okay? Now, I found sometimes if you do a big, huge walk Sorry, excuse me, let me just phone call. Now, if you do a huge big walk all at once, or you do too many steps in a day, what I found with myself is I will just go ravenous, like hungry, starving. And sometimes the amount of calories that I'm eating isn't enough to offset the amount of walking that I've done. So I know sometimes if I'm getting to about 20,000 steps, that's quite a lot in a day to do, really, 20,000. And it starts going to 25 to 30. What happens is I will start to consume way more calories than the walk itself actually burn, and it kind of goes way over. So the benefit, so ultimately what you need to do is, it's good to find this sweet spot of walking where it's not quite enough. You don't want to go there. You don't want to go too much. You want to find this sweet spot where you're feeling good and you can just stick to your diet and control your calories and your food you're eating without going absolutely nuts with the food. Because what you'll usually find is, even with any exercises in the gym or anything, you find that if you go super intense, people say, yeah, it's revving your metabolism or anything like that. But what tends to happen is you actually just start to overeat. And ultimately, that's not good for weight loss, eating too many calories. I mean, the benefits of walking are it makes you feel better, all of that stuff. When you feel better, you're more likely to make better choices with your food. And basically, you're more likely to stick to the walking day in, day out, because it's not so intense. You want to do it basically on your own terms, stuff like that, okay? So in a nutshell, the amount of walking you do, it's going to be different for everybody. Depending on your health conditions, depending on your age, depending on all of that stuff, okay? Depending on your weight. My sweet spot is about 15,000. It's sometimes lower. It goes towards 20. But I find once it starts going over 20, man, I can start to feel fatigued. I can start to feel it in the days following. And I start to feel like a little bit run down. And that's when I'll dial it back a bit. So there is a sweet spot for every person. You want to find that sweet spot. And this is a spot where you're not basically overeating in your diet, okay? So this channel is all about people who want to lose weight without the gym. They want to lose the belly fat, back fat, get back in those clothes. If you've got health conditions, some people can't do exercise or go to the gym, stuff like that, because of health conditions, okay? This is for people who want to lose weight and sort the diet out at the same time. This channel is just dedicated to you, okay? You want to walk your dog, you saw the baby, walk the pram, stuff like that. So like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to be making a load of videos on just like how you should set up your diet for best results for walking. That's currently what I do myself. I used to go to the gym, lifting weights, all of that stuff, and running, but now I just basically got control of my diet. I'm at a point now where I don't even need to track calories. Based off how I feel, I know what I'm eating and stuff like that, and I can basically just walk. So I walk, watch my diet, and I'm able to sustain my body weight really through doing this, okay? And you might say, oh yeah, that's you, but believe it or not, if I start to eat too many calories, I do put weight on like that. So this does work, okay? It's worked for hundreds of clients, and it works basically for me. I very easily put weight on if I don't stick to this routine, okay? So walking's perfectly fine. It keeps me trim, stuff like that. I basically just stick to my diet, which I'm going to be teaching you guys. So subscribe and like. I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.